All right, here's how to straighten wood arrows the easiest way. So you gotta have a spinner, an arrow spinner. And I always set something on here to weigh this down, because wood arrows sometimes will bounce around on here and stuff because they're not perfectly round sometimes. And then I'll spin it slow. Usually I'll kind of push the front of the arrow forward here to where the majority of the arrow is forward, and then I'll start with the point end. You can see we got quite a bit of wobble there. So what I do is I roll it slow until it reaches the bottom of its, you know, travel. So like here's out around, you like down, you know, left, up, right, down. I put it all the way down, so like right there, and then I keep the arrow straight up the same way, and I hold it, press it down on my stand, and I take this is just a rope pulley, something to roll it with, and I'll roll it 1, 2, maybe 3 times with a little bit of pressure there, and look at it again. We can move our arrow back. We can see most of this is in the tip now, because as you moved it back, it's still staying the same wobble. So put it towards the bottom, and this time we're going to do a few towards the tip. 1, 2. We'll just try 2. Sometimes you can go overkill. Seems to be getting better. Put it at the bottom. 1, 2. Still better, still there. Let's just do 1. Still there a little bit. We'll do 1, bringing it back a little bit. You don't want to go too much, but these are Sitka spruce, so they straighten pretty easy. I'm not a huge fan of the Sitka spruce after I've ran them for a while. They break too easy in my opinion, but whatever. I have them, so I'm going to shoot them. They're light. See right there, we're pretty much impossible to tell if it's got any wobble in it. Let's zoom in here. And I'll roll this for you. Very, very minor. Definitely within what's reasonable. You don't need to get too wild with this either. You can honestly just get them, you know, decently close. The straightness is not as critical as the spine and some other things are. I get them where they spin, you know, almost perfect, and that's good enough. To get that extra perfection is, I don't know, sometimes it's just hard to get there. So the knock end's more critical. And honestly, this one's fairly straight. We have just a tiny bit. So same deal. Wait till it's down. Now on these I just do in front of the feathers. So we'll just do 1 since we're so minor. That might have made it worse. Sometimes you go too much. There's down. Try that again. That's probably within spec there. It's good enough for me anyways. I promise you can't shoot the difference if they're that close. So this one here is an arrow I already built that hasn't been shot, I don't think at all. You can see it's still straight from when I built it. Looks good. And then one of these has a pretty bad tip wobble. This one's very minor, but we'll go ahead and hit it. That looks good. looks good. It's probably this one then. It's not too bad on the tip. The knock end's pretty bad. So put it on the downward area. Give it a couple rolls. Much better. Try that again. That's pretty good there. Let's go back to the tip. That's close enough. I can't hardly tell. And here's another new one. Should be straight. But yeah, I just want to do a quick rundown of straightening some arrows. This is just a little quick tune-up. Like I said, they're not perfect, but they're pretty dang close. And you know, you can shoot them too and kind of wean out the ones that don't shoot that good. But the straightness is pretty important, but it's not everything. You just don't want to be shooting a banana. So I guess that's about it. If you have any questions about straightening arrows, comment. I could probably help you. I'm not huge on this. I built maybe 6-7 dozen wood arrows now, and I straighten them a lot, and you know, haven't had any issues with being able to straighten them unless they're broke like this one. The wood fibers are broke right here, and it was kind of hidden, so good thing I caught that. But yeah, let me know what you think of wood arrows. If you like to take the time to maintain them, they're really fun to play with, so I highly suggest trying them out. You ain't really truly tried unless you're shooting woodies. We all know that.